Greetings YouTubers, this is Jared with Omnivore Blade-works, and this week, the last week of January 2016, we are working on lots of things, trying to overcome delays and hurdles, in our production. Since we have stencils from Resist that came in, and we have basically finished blades here, just needs logos and sheaths. I'm going to spend some time doing that, hopefully this week. So we'll have some swords, and we'll have some Bowie knives, and this new Direwolf combat short sword, I guess. There's the D guard version, and then the open guard version, or no guard. These have a sheath fixture that I've made, so they'll be ready to ship out as soon as I get people that want them. And then there's the Corvid 2, which I've had done for a while, but I haven't really finished yet. So there's 4 of those. There's still stuff hanging on the wall, but there's a couple of lightweight Kodiaks that are ready to go, minus the sheaths. And there's the other D guard Direwolf. There's one like that, and I believe there's another. There's a tan one that's done. So those two will have sheaths hopefully by the end of next week, or maybe over the weekend. And I also need to make sheaths for the new heavy-duty Kodiak. I've got 3 of those that'll be ready to go soon. And then there's 2 more Direwolves sitting out here. And then there's some Parvis, two more Parvis, one more Parvis knife, and then the Worker Warncliffe knife that'll be ready to go soon. And all this is stuff that is going to be being finished up as we progress on new work, which is basically all catch up, because we have these tomahawk blanks that need to be machined, and then I need to finish grinding them all on this rotary table, and just too many tomahawks that need to be made, because we had a heat treat problem that so all these tomahawks are too soft. So we're going to get another small batch of stuff ready to heat treat of virgin material, and then we're going to throw in a couple of these improperly heat hardened tomahawks into that batch and see how they turn out. And then if that works, then we'll have them all rehardened, and then we'll have something to ship sooner than later. Otherwise, we're going to be starting new production on tomahawks, and it'll take some time, but hopefully we'll have 100 of them made before the blade show. And we'll also have other things that are in the works finishing up. So there's a couple of fancy Kodiaks, and then there's the new Raven, heavy-duty Raven with a hidden tang. These are 1095, and they've got variable point geometry, so you've got 40-degree included angle on the point, and then the rest is just kind of ground down to about 0. So these will be a nice strong Fairbairn style dagger. And there's the weird stuff that we won't be working on. And then back in the grinding room, we've got some posts that are going to be made into a frame for the CNC router cart. I've been meaning to do that, but I'm kind of waiting for these to dry out. I milled these from a tree in the yard, so might as well use them. Back in the grinding room, I've been working on getting some new blades ground out. We've got the Unkindness short sword, which is like a slender version of Sting from The Hobbit, and it has a different point geometry than the rest of the blade, and this is all variable pitch grind on this. So we got a nice wide slashing belly, and then strong point, and then a neat little termination here, so that'll run into probably either a steel or a titanium guard, and then we'll have a fully enshrouded tang. And then the murder I'm trying a different grind line on this. So we got our super strong point, same as that dagger, 40 degree included, and then we'll run the fuller out most of the way to the point, and it'll be, hopefully it'll make it a little bit lighter and just as strong as the previous model. Same concept is also carrying over to the Americanus. This is the heavy duty model, or the chopper model, and it's also got that same point. So after the Cerakoting, the point will all get like satin finished, sharpened down to 0, and then that cutting, or that sharpened edge, will go all the way back down to the Ricasso, I guess it's called. Then we've got a couple of the standard horribilis with the straight blades that are also going to have that strong point, and then there'll be a cutting edge on the back of this. You've got a spine there, and then it'll have an edge from where my thumb is up to about right there. Also have 1095 Horus short sword, and it's going to have a nice cool Tonto point, and that'll be double-edged, very similar to the horribilis. So you have a backup, a big edge on the back, and you also have a place to put your hand for if you're using the whole thing as a draw knife. Then this is another one of those new fighting knives that's got the symmetrical blade but an asymmetrical grind. So you got 40 degree included spine, that'll be sharpened, and then the nice working wide grind, and those will have handles and neat sheaths for your belt, and when they get done they'll be ready for sale this spring. And then the Tsunuki Tonto with more of a standard Japanese style spine with just a bevel on it instead of a false edge. So that's what I'm working on. Of course, there's also 2 more 1095 Kodiaks that'll be ground out on this batch. So all this stuff that you see here will be getting heat treated hopefully within the next 2 weeks. So they'll get them all ground and heat treated along with a couple test tomahawks, and hopefully everything will turn out just right and we'll be able to move along. And then we're going to also be probably ordering more 1095, making more tomahawks so that we can catch up on all of our orders from years ago, and get everybody satisfied. And then we'll be also cutting out some 3V, so we'll be making some hidden tang knives. We're going to be making this dagger with a hidden tang at a 3V. We're going to be making the Americanus with a hidden tang, probably a Parvis with a hidden tang, and maybe even a Kodiak with a fully hidden tang as well. So we'll get a lightweight fighting sword that won't have any steel on the pommel. It'll just have a nice titanium guard. And I'm going to be drawing that up today. That's my job today, is to get all that stuff done. And then, because of the hidden tangs that we got, are going to have, are going to be sort of like this on the Arctodus, but probably done a little bit more. I don't know. I'll think it through, and it'll be more traditional looking. So all this stuff is heat treated right here. 3 Arctodus, some Megalodon, a bunch of little daggers, and a bunch of 1095 Kodiaks. Those are going to be ready for Cerakoting imminently, and then as soon as the CNC router gets back up and running, then we'll be making more handles for the little daggers and for everything. But there's lots to do and not enough time, so bear with us, and we're going to ramp up and start making things in a more timely fashion this year. Alright, this is a long video, sorry about that. See you next time.